Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United handed Eduardo Camavinga boost. According to Mohamed Bouafsi, Eduardo Camavinga's agent Jonathan Barnett is pushing him towards Man United, but prefers a move to PSG. Eduardo Camavinga will leave Rennes this summer, coach admits. Rennes are prepared to sell Camavinga for £25.7 million. His current contract at Rennes expires next year. The other week, Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Man United had direct contact with Eduardo Camavinga. He said Man United love him and were interested in him. We've identified him as a potential replacement for Pogba. Eduardo Camavinga has made 82 appearances in all competitions for Rennes. Still young, got a lot of development in him. Now, I want to delve into some more news on Kieran Trippier. Arsenal have made a move for Kieran Trippier to replace Hector Bellerin. Manchester United have been unable to agree a fee with Atletico Madrid for Trippier. Sky Sports said not so long ago that Atletico Madrid want £34 million. We've already had 2 offers rejected for Trippier. Marca said yesterday that Man United have taken the initiative to sign Trippier. Not so long ago it says Man United will get a deal done for Kieran Trippier as details emerge over the personal terms. Trippier recently returned to training with Atletico Madrid. Fabrizio Romano said that the Kieran Trippier situation is still very quiet. Man United are looking to sort out Delors' future, but he said Trippier is pushing for the move to Man United. Trippier expects any Man United move to materialise towards the end of the window. He arranged for his family to relocate back to Manchester. Man United already have a Kieran Trippier transfer agreement. Quite a few weeks ago, it did say that Atletico Madrid won't sell Trippier to Man United. Just before that, Neil Custer's come out from the Sun and said that Man United were close to signing Kieran Trippier for £18 million. We went in for him back in the January transfer window, but we cooled our interest because Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. But it'd be beneficial if we could recommend him in, because he's a right back. He would provide competition for Wan-Bissaka. He's highly experienced and he's proven in the Premier League. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for Trippier from Tottenham back in 2019. His current contract at Atletico Madrid expires next year. Do you think there's a chance that Manchester United will sign Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid? Now, Man United and Liverpool have been battling it out for him. Man United have already made contact with the agents of Niguez. It did say the agents of Saul Niguez were due to fly to England this week for talks with Manchester United and Liverpool. The AS said that Niguez favours a move to Barcelona, because at one point Barcelona were in talks with Atletico Madrid over a swap deal involving Antoine Griezmann and Niguez. We've identified Niguez as a potential replacement for Pogba. Saul Niguez has a gentleman's agreement in place with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, I think, want between 35 million to 40 million. Niguez has a 128 million release clause. He's under contract until 2026 because back in 2017 Niguez signed a 9-year contract. He's been at Atletico Madrid 13 years, raising up their academy. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions. Over 200 appearances have come in La Liga. Can be deployed as a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. Solskjaer's priority is to now get a midfielder in. Rafael Varane is set to complete his move to Manchester United. He's isolating at the moment. Varane is set to undergo his medical with Man United. Man United are aiming to complete the signing of Varane by Wednesday. The other week, Man United confirmed that they'd reached an agreement with Real Madrid to sign Rafael Varane. Both clubs agreed the initial fee of 34 million rises up to 42 million with add-ons, or it's 43 million. Varane will sign a 4-year contract with Man United. There's an option of a further year, and Man United have doubled Rafael Varane's wages, so reflecting on that, he'll receive £250,000 a week at Man United, and I think Varane should be given that number 4 shirt. Friday of last week, Varane posted a farewell message to Real Madrid. He's our third signing of this summer transfer window. By the way, Solskjaer has come out and said that Varane and Sancho could be making their debuts against Leeds next Saturday. Before the Everton game, Solskjaer said that Sancho and Varane won't be starters for the game against Leeds. We confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho on the 23rd of July. We got Jadon Sancho in a deal worth £78 million. We paid like £73 million up front and the rest was in add-ons. Sancho signed a contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. I think Sancho will do very, very well for us, providing that Solskjaer uses him right. I think Man United are going to make one more signing in this summer transfer window. Solskjaer recently spoke about Manchester United transfer plans before deadline. Solskjaer said any more signings would be a bonus for Man United as we approach the final 3 weeks of the summer transfer window. He said Man United will make a third significant signing. Solskjaer has been pleased with our transfer business this summer. And Man United are enjoying a very good summer transfer window because Solskjaer is getting the players he wants to recommend in, and he's getting the backing he deserves. Woodward, he stood by Solskjaer. Woodward said several times before that he'll back Solskjaer, and when we was enjoying them really bad periods under Solskjaer, Woodward still came out and assured that Solskjaer's job was safe. We know that Woodward's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Woodward's leaving Man United. Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club. Woodward recently sent a transfer warning to Solskjaer saying he's got to ship some players out to get more signings on the board. Our owners, the Glazers, have backed Solskjaer in this summer transfer window, surprisingly. But the Glazers have been persuaded to back the manager because towards the end of last season, the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League, and a lot of United fans protested against the Glazers at Old Trafford. Solskjaer did reveal, though, towards the end of last season that the Glazers apologised. He did say at one point that the Glazers could be forced to sell Man United, but for only £4 billion. Joe Glazer attended a fans forum on the 4th of June, which was earlier on this year, and he promised Manchester United supporters that Solskjaer would get the funds that are available. The Glazers have put Man United in so much debt. They've been at the club for 16 years now, and they purchased the club for $500 million back in 2005. Man United have made 3 signings so far in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free transfer from Villa, brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund, and we brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. We've spent almost 120 million in this summer transfer window. Solskjaer had been given a 150 million transfer budget. I'm expecting to see some departures in this summer transfer window. There's a very, very good chance we're going to loan Brandon Williams out to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities, because Williams is our third choice left back. He seldom plays for us. Phil Jones, I also want him to go. Phil Jones hasn't played for Man United since January, but Phil Jones has always been inconsistent anyway. Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Jones has been long-serving player at Man United. He's enjoyed 10 years at the club. Axel Tuanzebe, he's agreed to go out on loan to Aston Villa. The other day, Fabrizio Romano said that Axel Tuanzebe is very close to joining Villa on loan. Obviously, he said want to extend his contract before he goes out on loan. Sky Sports said that Axel Tuanzebe is set to sign a new 1-year contract extension with Man United with an option of a further year. This will be Tuanzebe's third loan spell with Villa because he's already enjoyed 2 loan spells with them before. But it's the right decision because Tuanzebe will get a lot more opportunities and he'll gain more experience, which is also beneficial. Diego Dalot, I think we need to offload him. To Delors' credit though, he did very, very well when he came on against Everton yesterday. You know, he scored the 4th goal, made some very good runs, and he made a vital interception in the game. Delors was out on loan with AC Milan last season. We need to offload Jesse Lingard, but according to Solskjaer, Lingard is staying. Well, not so long ago, Solskjaer hinted that Lingard and Martial have a role to play for the new season. After our first pre-season friendly win against Derby, Solskjaer said that Lingard's part of Man United's plans for the new season. But we've been struggling to offload him. I think we want around 30 million for Lingard. West Ham have obviously been trying to get him. Sky Sports said not so long ago that West Ham believe they've got just 10% chance of getting Lingard. Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham last season and he made an impact. I heard Everton have also been in for him. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. Andres Pereira, I think we need to get rid of him. He was out on loan with Lazio last season. To Andres Pereira's credit though, I think he did well throughout pre-season. Nemanja Matic, I want us to offload him in this summer transfer window, but we're not going to. To Matic's credit, he did very, very well in the game against Everton yesterday. He was a standout player in that first half. And Matic can have his good games at Man United, but he's also enjoyed a lot of bad games. But I've got my reservations about him, you know. He's a static player, always has been, and he's aging up. We got Matic for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Matic has been with us now for like 4 years. Anthony Martial, I said I want us to offload him, but we're not going to in this summer transfer window by the looks of things. It's now down to Martial in the new season to provide the goals, because obviously Rashford is not available. Rashford's got a shoulder injury. Rashford decided to have surgery on his shoulder. It said Rashford is going to be out until October, which is a disappointment because I certainly prefer Rashford to Martial. Martial's had 2 good seasons at Man United, like I've said before. Martial's been with us now though over 6 years. He's got a contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. Martial scored 78 goals for us in all competitions. We got Martial in a deal worth £58 million from Monaco back in 2015. Last season he was out with a knee injury for a while. Juan Mata, I think we should offload him. It's pointless him being with us now because he isn't going to get in the team, is he? But I reckon Juan Mata's going to be staying for the new season because don't forget Juan Mata extended his contract with Man United until June 2022, so he did sign a 1-year deal. Juan Mata has lost that yard of pace, plus he's aging up. But Mata's had a good career at Man United. He's been with us over 7 years now. He's made over 200 appearances in all competitions and he's scored like 51 goals. The first part of last season, Juan Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Got Mata in a deal worth 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014. So there you go. But I think, you know, Manchester United have got a very, very good squad now. Especially with the signings of Varane and Sancho. Before Varane and Sancho came in, we had a good squad. You know, you've got Varane, one of the best centre-halves in the world. And I can assure he's going to exceed expectations in the Premier League. I'm very convinced that Man United is going to replicate what he did in his 10 years with Real Madrid. Varane's highly experienced, plus he's got a very good pedigree as a player. He's won a lot of trophies. And what a fantastic centre-back partnership that is, Varane and Harry Maguire, because they'll complement each other very well. Like I said, you know, Sancho, I think he's going to do very, very well. Tom Heaton, he's a decent goalkeeper. To Tom Heaton's credit, he did really, really well throughout pre-season. You know, he was very, very vocal. Got Tom Heaton on a free from Villa, like I mentioned. He signed a contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. You know, I think Dean Henderson, he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Dean Henderson did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. You know, his distribution was good. Kept a lot of clean sheets. He had a couple of bad games though. Henderson's got that experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, he signed a 6-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Dean Henderson will miss the start of the new season as he recovers from COVID-19. I think David De Gea is still a very, very good goalkeeper, despite him making a lot of mistakes in the last couple of years. De Gea will be in goal for the game against Leeds next Saturday. David De Gea is staying at Manchester United for the new season. Because quite a few weeks ago it said that De Gea decided to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks to fight for the starting place, and De Gea said he's determined to fight for his future. Said that De Gea was set for talks with Solskjaer over his future after the Euros. At one point though it said De Gea could be loaned out for next season by Man United to make room in the goalkeeping department. David De Gea has endured 10 years at Man United, been a long servant, been with us since the Ferguson era, and I said he's had 8 good years out of the 10 years he's been with us. A few years ago he was regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world. De Gea has won everything domestically at the football club and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. Luke Shaw, he's a very, very good left back. Luke Shaw played in the win against Everton yesterday. Got the assist for Harry Maguire's second goal. It was a good all-round performance by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw was our best player last season. In fact, he was the best left back in the Premier League last season. And Luke Shaw still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Tellez. Shaw has been a long-serving player at Man United. He's been with us over 7 years now. And I reckon he's had a good career at Man United despite the injuries he has sustained. We paid like 30 million for Shaw from Southampton back in 2014. Fabrizio Romano did mention at one point that Man United are in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. Shaw just has under 2 years left on his current contract. Now Alex Tellez, haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United because he hasn't really played. But yeah, he's a decent left back. Tellez is missing the start of the season with an ankle injury that he sustained in training the other week. So he's going to miss the games against Leeds, Southampton and Wolves. When we got Tellez last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately, but it didn't happen. The reason we brought Tellez in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. Tellez has been subjected to transfer speculation. We got Tellez in a deal worth 15.4 million from Porto. He's got a contract with Man United till 2024. Harry Maguire, decent centre half. He's had his good games at Man United. He's also had his bad games. Played very well in the 4-0 win against Everton yesterday. Very good header from Harry Maguire from that corner. Also played a fantastic pass in the first half. Maguire was a big miss for us though towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. And to Maguire's credit, he did very well in the Euros with England. We overpaid for Maguire though, didn't we? We got him for 80 million. But like I said, I think we're going to get the best out of him now with Varane going alongside him. Eric Bailly, decent centre half. My element of concern about him though is injury prone, so in that aspect he is a liability. Towards the end of last season, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. We probably made a mistake giving him that new contract. Eric Bailly's future is in doubt though, following the arrival of Raphael Varane. But I reckon we should still keep Bailly as a backup, so if Varane or Maguire get injured, then Eric Bailly is the plan B. There again, Lindelof's a backup, but Lindelof's a liability. I've got my strong reservations about Lindelof. And Wan-Bissaka, very, very good right back. He's one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's always been superb, but Wan-Bissaka has got to show more attacking intent. He's enjoyed 2 full seasons at Man United. We got Bissaka for 50 million from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. McTominay, decent midfielder. Still young, got a lot of development in him. Needs more time at Man United. He's been part of the club for a long time as it stands. McTominay is not yet on that level where I want him to be at. The question is, can he emulate that level? Just after the first lockdown last year, McTominay signed a 5-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Paul Pogba, very good player. Produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury. I think Pogba's set to stay now. The Telegraph said the other week that Pogba will start the season with Man United. Then he'll make a decision about his future before the 31st of August. Solskjaer recently revealed that he had positive discussions with Pogba over his future. Pogba's in no hurry to sort out his future. Pogba's been relentlessly linked with a move to PSG. I think we want at least 63 million if we are to let Pogba go this summer. Donny van de Beek is a good player, but I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United because he's not started many games. Most of Donny van de Beek's appearances have come from the bench. Obviously started against Everton yesterday and put a very good performance out. His movement was good and he was very tenacious in his play. I think there's a good chance that Van der Beek will start against Leeds next Saturday. But Solskjaer come out and said that he hopes Van der Beek hits the ground running after he recently returned to pre-season training. Van der Beek has enjoyed 1 full season at Man United at the moment. But he has been subjected to transfer speculation. We got Van der Beek in a deal worth 40 million from Ajax last year. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Bruno Fernandes, very, very good. Scored a fantastic free kick yesterday against Everton. Should have had a couple of more goals because he had some good long-range efforts. Mason Greenwood's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad, despite him going a long period without scoring. Greenwood scored our first goal yesterday, came from an error from Jordan Pickford, so it was a gift was Greenwood's goal basically. Edison Cavani, he's very, very good. I'm glad he's staying for the new season because he's made an impact since he's come in. And Marcus Rashford's good when he wants to be, but there's aspects of Marcus Rashford's game that's got to improve, definitely. And he has become injury prone at Man United, which is a concern. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.